Well, hell, that was it. Wouldn't
You
let
all
me go.
right?
It wouldn't let me go live. It said we're unusually normal or normal higher than normal traffic. It says keep trying to go live. It wouldn't let me go live,
Holy shite.
and that's
Good Lord.
through our online fucking studio that I paid
Oh.
for. That's always nice.
Oh, so you paid for all that?
Yeah, I pay monthly for the online studio that we use. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
not
didn't know
strictly
that.
through Facebook. It goes, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I can do on it. Yeah, so I
Oh,
pay monthly subscription to it.
well, shit.
So
Do I owe you money?
no, we're good.
Yeah.
You just keep talking, all right?
Okay. What's up, Facebook world? We still on YouTube? I think we are, right?
Yeah, we are YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
YouTube, Facebook. See somebody was messing around with the damn chair. Here we go. Okay. All right. So we apologize. I should actually change that right there. Where is it? Right there. Because I wasn't late this time. Our guest was late tonight. But we got a really cool show for you tonight. Somebody that I've watched for a long time, growing up, watched racing, watched his family race, him, his brothers. We're going to get a little more in depth on his racing history of the Bethel Motor Speedway. But so your first weekend being the videographer at Bethel Motor Speedway, how'd that go? Looked like it was all right. Looked like you got some good shots. I actually watched the Enduro last night.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any more shit out of Kyle Welsh about getting my ass handed to me by the 4-cylinders. I don't want to hear about it.
Let me tell you something. That surprised me. That 4-cylinder, that Curry was fast in that thing, man.
Yeah. Listen, it's the tires. The tires that they run are the same tires that the Legend cars run, and that was always my gripe. Listen, that's a race tire, I feel. But
it's unbelievable. Yeah. Like she literally almost lapped him 3 times.
Yeah.
Three times. Oh, yeah. Holy cow.
But sorry, Nate. We were having some technical difficulties. He said he was going to go watch another podcast.
See how you are, Nate?
So, what's up, Ed? How are you, man? Good to see you. So looked like it wasn't Gary. How are you? Yeah, Ed's asking how you are too.
Well, I'm great, Zen. I'm good.
So
it's almost Friday.
It kind of sucks, man. It looks like they didn't have a very big crowd or a whole lot of cars. But you know what? I think it's the first time they've ever done it, and you know what I mean. So next year, easily distracted. Yeah, me too.
I think
but
what I
start
heard,
getting that word out. You know what I mean? And
but what I heard was that something with the roll cage, they couldn't reinforce the front, and they had to have a roll cage. So it wasn't really an enduro at that point. No, it was more like a 4-cylinder race. If you're making them having a roll cage.
Make it a gut and go. Well, it was
right. You had the minivans were gut and go, but why not have?
Well, it was an open comp, so it's pretty much anything goes kind of thing, and then they're gonna have like the gut and goes. I think that's the way to go up there, and who knows? You know what I mean? It's so. But Tweeter. That's Tweeter. That's Tweeter I was talking about last week. That's Tweeter. So, all right. So enough of us. So we've dug him out of the woods. He's got electric. It's amazing. So he is the 2021 Bethel Motor Speedway modified track champion. Let's bring him on, Mr. Skip Lapolt. All right, you good?
All right.
You good to go?
Yep, we're here.
Oh, okay. Doesn't sound like he's got a delay right now. All right. So,
good.
All right, so Skip, let's get right into it. How long have you been racing up at Bethel Motor Speedway? Have you always raced there? How long have you been racing there?
My brother started in the early 90s. And I worked on his car all the time. Mm-hmm. Got him his championships, and then he moved away, and I decided to drive.
Yeah,
probably late 90s.
Okay.
So you've been doing it a long time.
So your brother Kevin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said early 90s, right? So I got to show you something that I've been toting around for over 30 years now. you know, the 90s, right? The 90s were over 30 years ago. Holy shit. Jesus. All right. So 22 years ago, we're 99, but I remember your brother like early to mid 90s racing. And they called him Lightning Bolt Lapolt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he used to drive a Chevelle. Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm right on that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
when
it was a 70 Chevelle.
So that's going to put me at like 14, 15 years old. That's when models, I used to do models and all that other stuff. And, you know, I can remember going to James Way and I found this thing and I got to show it to you. I joined the military in 1995. That's when I graduated high school. My father must have kept this. I don't know why. I don't know how it survived. But I made this. There it is. I made this in probably the mid 90s when I was about 14 or 15 years old. This is one of your brother's cars. So, and I believe the sponsor is Hector's Bar and Grill. But yeah, so I modeled this after your brother's car when I was like 14 or 15 years old. This thing is over. It's got to be over 30 years. Yeah. So it's even got like K lapolt on the roof, you know. Yep. So I've been a fan of you guys since I was able to use shampoo up here. But so when I remember now your brother ran Pro Stock for a while, right? Didn't he move up to Pro Stocks for a little while?
Yeah. Well, okay. he ran, I believe, 92, 93, and 94 in street stocks / pure stocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Won a championship in 94 and then moved up to Pro Stocks in 95 and then won a championship.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And then what year did you decide that you wanted to start racing?
I started in 96. I used my brother's car.
Okay.
That's when I met John Lombardo.
Yeah.
And he gave me a motor, and so we can go play together.
Yeah.
And then we've been friends ever since.
Yeah. Well, I think John's friends with everybody up at Bethel Motor Speed. Now, did you start? So you started off in the Pro Stocks?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you always ran Pro Stock, or I know you ran modifieds, and then I know you had a truck for a little while. You were running Pro Stock with a truck for a little bit.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that
bounced was later on.
Yeah. Did you bounce back and forth between Pro Stock and modified?
Well, 97 drove Les Quick's car.
Okay. Yep.
In the pure stock division, and then took some time off, and then 2001 I ran pure stocks again and won a championship. And then what year did Todd drive the car? I don't remember. And then somewhere in there, Todd Gadori drove my pure stock, street stock.
Yeah.
And he won a championship. And then we just kind of bounced around, mainly in the street stocks. The pro stocks we did for a couple of years.
Yeah.
In between there, with the truck, and I bought another car, and just I don't like the pro stocks.
Yeah.
This wasn't my cup of tea. I would much rather street stock, over the pro stocks for sure.
Yeah.
And then 2010 we bought my original modified. We bought from Burl Herman. And we ran half the season. We got a couple of wins, and then 2012 we lost the championship by a couple of points, and then the following year we won the championship.
Yeah.
By a couple of points, and then we sold that car because I said once I win the championship I would sell it.
Yeah.
And do other things, and then we ended up I bought a 4-cylinder and tried that a little bit upstate, and just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah. So how many?
Yeah,
how many
now we bought another modified in between.
Yeah, how many championships do you have?
3 as
3.
a driver.
Okay, and you have some as a car. Well, you said Todd Gadori won a championship with you guys, right?
Todd Gadori,
Yeah.
My brother won 2 championships.
Okay.
Todd Gadori won 1. I helped Mark Sylvester out when he first started with the pro stock.
Yep.
He won a championship. So certainly been around helping a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Listen, you've tried to give me advice, and I don't listen.
That's a shock.
Yeah. Hey, shut up. When what are some of the other?
I would drive another street stock in a heartbeat.
Well, I know you bought one a few years ago, right? You bought a Camaro.
Yeah.
And then what? I never saw. Yeah, I never saw.
Paul DeGrace, and then Paul. I ended up selling it, and because Paul DeGracia ended up calling me, he says you don't need to be in a street stock, you need to be in a modified.
Right.
And he dropped this car off at my house that I have now. That was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And he says run it. So
yeah. Now you remember back when the division first started? I want to say it was Ed and Betty Woodruff, right? Weren't they the ones who originally brought that division in? Or maybe it was Jay Eastgate. Was it Jay Eastgate who brought they started taking like the they started taking the bombers, and pulling the fenders off, right? That was Charlie Howe and all them guys. Do you think that? I mean, and then it went to like an IMCA modified style, and now you guys are pretty much running like a Troyer chassis. Do you think that has killed the division, or do you think that it's just that it should have stayed where it was? You know, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the way they have the rules, it's pretty equal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at any given night, there's 4 or 5 cars that could win the feature.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Now with that specific car, like you see some like Larry. Take Larry O'Donnell for instance. His car was older. Is there a drastic difference in between older style cars to the newer style stuff?
Definitely.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Definitely when you're driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that Kyle went and Kyle's got himself like the old style IMCA car, yeah? Do you think that he's going to struggle against guys who, with the Troyers and all that stuff? Do you think he'll struggle with that car?
Well, I hate to give Kyle credit because you know how big his head gets. But he can drive.
Yeah. But I'm saying, do you think that he'll struggle though with that?
He can drive, and he'll figure it out.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be competitive with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who? I mean, are most guys on older stuff? I mean, I'm sure Eddie Dockenhausen, when he goes there, his stuff is fairly new. Are you up to date with your stuff? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody.
Yeah. Everybody's pretty much up to date. You know.
Okay.
And John Cody, for instance. I mean, he has the worst looking car out there, and
right.
But he's got all up to date stuff, and that car could win any week.
Yeah, it just looks old, I guess, right?
He's got I want to say that thing's over 30 years old, right? John's run that all over the place.
Oh, right.
I mean, but even when your father-in-law shows up, that thing's still pretty stout.
Yeah.
When he decides he wants to drive. Yeah. When he decides he wants to race, he's tough.
When he wants. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's tough to pass, and he's always a competitor.
So I always thought them cars were cool. Now can you? Here's my thing. When I see them cars, I always get confused with like Bethel. Now you see like the NASCAR wheeling modifieds, right? and then you got Bethel. Are they similarly the same? Can you take your car and race that, say in Connecticut, like Stafford, where they or somewhere like that, where they race those cars, or are they different?
Nah, those guys use a lot newer style cars like mine. Mine's actually a 1998 chassis. So, but the newer ones have more modern mounting points and adjustments and, all that stuff. But, it's similar car to what I got. It's just, some of it is more updated.
So that's the only difference then, just the update. You could take your car if you wanted to and race that.
And motor, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because we've seen you guys out at Evergreen and all that, right? What are some of the other tracks that you've run at?
Well, when I had the 4-cylinder, I went to Skyline, Penn Can. We ran Accord a little bit with a couple of times when it was Catskill Mountain Speedway, and then they closed up. So we went down to Accord for a few races.
Yeah.
And then Bethel and Mahoning Speedway in Pennsylvania and Evergreen.
Nice.
Never been up to Connecticut, like Stafford or anything up there?
No.
Out of all those tracks, which one do you think is your favorite, other than Bethel?
Evergreen.
Yeah. Well, Evergreen. Yeah,
is that asphalt or dirt?
Yeah, Evergreen. Yeah,
it's asphalt.
But it's fast. Yeah, it's fast. It's a fast track.
Asphalt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast.
Yeah.
So shit.
Skip, what would you
first time we went down there? I didn't have a full containment seat.
And you wish you had?
And it had a neck ache by the end of the night.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you wind up with the nickname Skip?
My grandfather.
Okay, so it had nothing to do with racing.
I don't know what the story was behind it, but
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Huh. Nice. So with, did you ever had any other aspirations other than racing at Bethel? Were you looking to go maybe NASCAR wheel and modified racing, anything like that, or you like to stick to your just regular Saturday night stuff?
Of course you'd like to race elsewhere.
Yeah.
But it's like this year we're not going to race every week. We're not going to try to run for a points championship again. It's just it's too many weeks of racing.
Yeah,
and just not enough time in a day. Because it's now a job now. It's not like it used to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the whole
So we're gonna hit. Yeah, so we're gonna hit Evergreen. I think they have 5 or 6 shows for like the 602 crates. It's like once a month. So we're gonna do those shows, and then we're gonna just kind of bounce around, between Bethel and maybe Mahoning a little bit. We'd like to go out to Riverhead and try that.
You bringing a gun?
Yeah.
Nah, I got friends down there.
Oh, all right.
So wait, I hate to sound stupid, but that thing's got a crate motor in it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow, I did not know that.
I want to say a majority of the guys out there are on crate motors, right?
No shit! Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I always thought that them cars had these massive monster motors in them.
Once you get into like the tour mods and stuff and the SK lights and all them things, you kind of have bigger motors. But your local Saturday night, most of them all have the crate motors.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that. Damn.
Yeah. So out of all the races that there are to run throughout the country and all that other stuff, other than the Daytona 500, Skip, what would be the one race you'd really want to win?
The next one I enter.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about the one after that.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody, I think Rick Ryder used to ask me, what's your most memorable moment in racing? And I think when I first started, it was every time the car starts. That was pretty memorable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Every time he can roll it off the track and back in the trailer in one piece is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's good night.
Yeah.
How many seasons on his motor? I still can't believe how much power so your father-in-law Steve is piping in. He's asking how many seasons on his motor. He still can't believe how much power the crate motors make. So he wants to know how many seasons you have on that motor. 4 seasons. Listen, I'm telling you, the crate motors are the way to go. Seasons. Yeah. Wow. Even in the street stocks we're gonna
go another season.
Yeah, when I started running crate motors and stuff, man, everybody was like, "Oh, that's bullshit. I can't believe you're doing what you're doing." They're not fast. They're just there. They're very reliable.
No, it's a different torque curve and different power range, and I'm only turning the motor $6,000. You're not hurting it.
Yeah. If you can get the thing to turn, I'm telling you, crate motor is not bad. It really isn't. They're not bad motors.
Yeah.
So
that's the way a lot of them are going. A lot of even street stocks. A lot of street stocks are, guys are putting crates in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's bad things to the crates. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that, they rebuild them and, and then you're not a crate motor anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you're a crate motor.
I think Wall Stadium allows them to rebuild them. They're no longer crates.
Yep.
At that point, yeah.
So how did the car show go this past weekend for you?
Good. We met a lot of new people. A lot of people looking at the new car and stuff. And so,
where was that one at?
Wyoming Valley Mall in Wilkes-Barre.
Oh, well, okay.
PA.
See, I never understood. You see these at all these malls, but we have the Galleria, and we can't. They don't put nothing in there. You know what I mean? I never understood. I never understood that. I don't get it.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid. It was
I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to be in the mall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Years ago it was the Orange Plaza. You remember? Yeah, you know what I mean? Guys would bring their cars to the Orange Plaza. I think the problem, a lot of the malls and stuff, they want so much money for this stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that's just,
I just think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Putting them cars in the mall like that, man. That's good recognition right there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, you get guys like Kyle and shit in there with his car and the transmission's leaking all over the floor. That's the shit they don't like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We'll hear about that. We'll hear about it.
That'll be fine. So, all right. So this weekend,
right. He got lapped twice by a 4-cylinder.
Well, that's what I said. Yeah. Listen,
he said that he couldn't win because it wouldn't have been fair.
Oh, listen, I don't give a shit about that. You're full of shit. Listen,
I don't care. He still got lapped twice.
100%. Yep. Listen, the only reason I won that Enduro last year is because all the 4-cylinder guys broke. You
guys are ruthless.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want. And then he wants to come up and break my balls about it. Dude, man, I can't believe you let a 4-cylinder beat you. You know what? Hey, Kyle, can't believe you let a 4-cylinder whip your ass. So, them little things, man, they're fast as hell, man. You know
they
what I mean?
are. They just stick and go, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they don't weigh nothing either.
Yeah. Right. That's another big thing.
Right. So.
Yeah, you can just lose some weight.
It's like the weight to power ratio is.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what Joel's going to feel this year after that weight that he's chopping off his car. That thing's going to be like a rocket ship.
Well, I hope so. I mean, Jesus Christ, listen, they're only lapping Kyle twice, but they were lapping me 4 times, So, but every time we'd go on the scales, I mean, George and Rick would just look at the scale and be like, I don't know how you're in the top 5. I mean, the car was 200-300 pounds heavier than everybody else. But when you're racing, when you're racing on the dirt, man, it's I don't know, that the weight never really made too much of a difference. But what I found up there is, that's huge. That's a big difference,
Yeah.
So
I think the dirt is a lot more. I think the dirt is a lot more forgiving.
Lot more forgiving. Yep. Yeah. You slide the car through the corners at Bethel, and you're going to lose 2 spots. You slide the car through the corners at Accord or Middletown or anywhere else, and you're going to be okay. You know what I mean? You're going to maintain that momentum.
Yeah.
So
right.
But, dude, it's been a tough little place, man. But guys like yourself and Kyle and guys that have run up there, forever and a day. You guys are the guys that I listen to. I break your chops and say, we don't listen, but dude, believe me when I tell you, we're listening.
Yeah, that's not a place that you're just going to show up to and think you're going to win.
Listen, I had run Eastern States and finished second, went up to Bethel the next day and was a lap car. I mean, that's, the place is tough. And I tell people that, listen, you ain't coming up there to whip everybody's ass. And if you do, that's because everybody's wrecked and you're the only car left.
Yeah. It's funny. My first time I ever went there with the Sportsman.
It's a hard place to adapt to.
Yeah.
When I went there for the first time with my Sportsman, I was raced Accord Friday night. And I said, hell with it. I just changed the tires, put the Hoosiers on. I said, I lowered the ride heights a little bit. I said, let's go try it. Holy cow, man. That was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Totally, man.
Listen, I'm telling you, Bethel Motor Speedway made me quit smoking and lose like 50 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Because after a 25 lap feature, dude, I was out of breath.
Yeah, that ain't
like,
that ain't no joke.
Christ, what the hell just happened?
And it's worse when you just so happen to lose power steering or something like that, man. It's
Listen, just pull off.
Pull off. Yeah, it's like,
just get off the track.
Yeah, this is not fun no more.
I've won races with no power steering. So
really, oh man, you're a bigger, better man than I am.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. I'd have been done. Nope, I'm done.
That happened to me one time in the street stock. I was like, I can't do this shit no more, man. I did like 3 laps. I'm like, this ain't worth it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and no power steering, the temperature gauge at 250, 260. Just keep going.
Just let it go.
Yeah. All right, man. So listen, you got the Orange County Fair Speedway Car Show coming up this weekend. And I'm sure that there's a bunch of sponsors, a bunch of people you like to thank. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about some of the sponsors on the side of your race car.
Well, I have to thank my family, my wife, for putting up with what we put up with and what we do. Because without the support, you wouldn't be doing it. It's just, Paul and Dawn DeGracia for giving the car to me. They basically said, here, take the car, take the trailer. Now I got their truck too. So, I kind of got everything.
Yeah.
All the sponsors, Joe Fresco from Met Joe's Race Shop, B&B Fabrication, Speed Design, that does all my wraps, and Immaculate Detailing, Killer Crate, Nails by Kathleen. She takes care of my wife, making her nails look all pretty.
Yeah, she did the same thing for Gary too. Gary,
yeah. Maybe I need to stop in there.
I still have Burl Herman. He came back on board this year, as another sponsor.
That guy's still around.
So he's actually in Nebraska.
I was gonna say, man, I have not.
The hell's he doing in Nebraska?
Oh, shit.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Husking corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a name from the past. Right? That name goes back a little bit.
Yeah, I raced with him in the 6-cylinders.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn. Absolutely. Yeah, we've been friends a long time. He's always supported my car ever since I bought the modified from him.
Nice, excellent.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Skip,
Absolutely.
I think that's that's gonna do it for us.
So
who else you got?
You ready to get? Yeah, you ready to get beaten this unruly race or what?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, so you're gonna do it? You're gonna run
it? I'm trying.
So, well, what do you need? You still need DOTs?
Yeah, I gotta get DOT tires. The problem is I'm gonna have to go to like a 225/70.
Okay.
Because the 235s are way too big around. Yeah, the diameter is just huge.
So I have a set of 225/70s that you can have, and provided that there's anything left to them, just give them back when you're done.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a deal.
There you go.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. The only thing I ask is if you don't lap me. Just stay there.
Just dump them. Screw it.
No guarantees on that.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, and I believe that they are. Oh, do you have rims or do you need rims?
Well, they're wide 5s. So
okay.
So I think I have some 8-inch wide 5s. If not, I'm going to try to stretch them onto a 10-inch wheel.
Okay. Yeah. So I got.
I work at a tire place, so we have bead blasters, so we can.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I do have a set of 225/70 15s. I may even have a couple of spares too. So, what I'll try and do is I'll try and load them up for you this weekend. I'll bring them down to the show, and then there you go.
All right.
Yeah, because Middletown years ago. Yeah, no worries. Middletown years ago. That's all we ran. Was the 225s, and then let's see. We just need to get that car on dirt. Nate's telling you to bring the car to Penn Can. He wants you to bring that thing to Penn Can. Dude, that would be kind of. You think you'd be able to get the ride height up that as high enough?
No way.
Look at him. He's like, nah.
I wouldn't even try.
No way.
Yeah.
That car ain't never seen a pressure washer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Some things just ain't worth it, right?
I'll draw the line on that one.
Yeah. Dude, he'd pull out onto the track
and
lose the whole bottom of the car and be like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, no, that's definitely that's out.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's going to be a badass race. It's going to be like the old days of the run with Jabrung, but I think the equalizer is going to be DOTs. Yeah. But I think somebody like yourself is going to be okay because you have a crate motor. You know what I mean? I think if you just kind of detune the carb a little bit, I think you're going to be fast as shit.
No, I'm going to smoke them around the whole track.
Yeah, man.
Yep. So much for getting them back.
Listen, whatever. That's what I don't use. We tried them. Was it 2 years ago? We went to Penn Can, and they've always been inside. They're not weathered or any of that. And we put them on, and dude, it was a bad choice, man. I should have just went with what I had. I should have went with the other one, but yeah, definitely, man. I'll load them up and I'll bring them down for you.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So, but all right. So I think that's gonna do it for us. We had a late start, and I'm already starting to get the eyes right now. So, but Skip, we're gonna see you this weekend down the Orange County Fair Speedway Car Show.
Yep.
Thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you finally got it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
thank you.
Right, man.
All right, man. Care. We'll see you.
All right. Yep. All right. Bye.
So,
yeah, we already detungum nothing. What? We aren't detuning anything. I got you, tweeter. I don't know what the hell he said there, but I think I understand.
Detuning,
So, all right, folks. So we apologize. It's a pretty short show here tonight, but I think that this weekend, we're gonna have quite a few guys on and gals, hopefully, right? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna record some interviews. And then we'll upload them. So what are you going to do that throughout the weekend, Gary, or maybe?
I can upload them right from there. We can
upload
them right from there. I can do it right from my phone or however you want to do it.
All right.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm not sure about going live. It'd be easier just to record them and do it like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't even know what the internet's or if you're going to get good service in there or anything. So
yeah, man. So,
but I'm sure there'll be a bunch of I got guys lined up that said they're going to be there on Saturday. So I just told them to come over or find us, and we'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
So like I said, I'll bring the table. You bring in your banner?
Yeah, I'll bring the banner.
Okay. Yeah. And then I'll bring the table. But if those of you are watching and all that other good stuff, stop over and see us. Again, we appreciate all the likes and the shares and all that other stuff. And it's been over a year now. And have we hit 100 shows yet?
I don't know if we hit 100 or not. I'll have to look. I'd
have to go over and count. You know what I mean? So we'd have to do something big.
It's got to be close because
close, right?
We were doing two.
Yeah.
Especially drive. We were doing two drivers a night usually.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But all right, folks. That's gonna do it for me. Yeah, it's early, man. But I'm shot. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
It's only Wednesday.
Yeah, man. So, but and Nate Stevens, he will also be down Saturday, correct, Nate? I believe he will be down the Orange County Fair Speedway. So if you have any questions, he'll hopefully be over by our booth. He can answer any questions for you, about the Unruly race that's coming up. I do believe April 22nd will be the first one at the Pencan Speedway.
That's what I was wondering. Is that what it was? April 22nd?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm going to do what I can. We are trying to finish the one, and then I got to get going on the other. So, but so it's tough, man. But Saturday, rules and schedules. You will have rules and schedules with us Saturday. All right.
Oh, okay. Awesome. That's good. That's good.
All right, folks. That's going to do it for me. And if you're on social media, get out there and support your local racetracks. If you're on social media complaining about them, you are part of the problem.
I just want to say next week too, either Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day you're available. We got Rob Williams. He's the promoter, a guy that runs that SCDRA, the Northeast. The traveling four-cylinder deal.
Nice.
That goes all over. I guess
let's do it Wednesday.
Over the East Coast. Right? Wednesday. Yeah,
Wednesday seemed to be good, man. Yeah.
So we'll. I already spoke to him and working on someone else too. So we'll see. Okay. But so far we have him, Rob Williams. So they got a race coming up on April 2nd at Winchester Speedway in Virginia.
Excellent.
So he's going to promote that. And
that'll
talk
work
about what he's got going on in that series. So he seems like a cool dude. So we'll have him on. Obviously,
great.
Nate must know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's already set up. So we'll bring him. We'll have him Wednesday.
All right, folks. All right. That's going to do it for me.
That's it, man. See you.
Have a day.